Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1. We are going to be running the Exegriff, the Aspect of Eris on the rail. We're going to be taking the Zeus keepsake this time, and we're going to be running 9 heat with 3 levels of extreme measures, 2 levels of damage control, 1 level of tight deadline. My goal is to see how powerful this build with Zeus can be, as we absolutely killed it in our last run using this aspect a couple episodes ago. We're looking for a
We meet again, young man. Yours isn't my affair, I know, and yet I cannot help but take an interest in your plight. Your father cast his lot. He need not take his anger out on you.
Anyway, we're looking for a high-level attack, which we, of course, in typical fashion, were not offered. I will use a reroll just for the sake of getting that. Alright, 13 damage on the attack, not bad. Your attack emits a lightning charge that bounces to other enemies. So, in case you don't remember, the way the Eris rail works is if I stand in the AoE of my special attack, all my damage is enhanced for a set period of time. And so we're going to try and get as much AoE from Zeus boons as possible, stack things like Jolted and all the other sorts of things that come with that sort of damage boost, and just absolutely rain in our damage non-stop. Zeus boons scale in exceptionally well with any sort of rapid fire sort of damaging moves like the rail offers. So if we can just stack up a bunch of Zeus boons, namely Jolted and Zeus's Legendary, and then whatever we can get on top of that, we do stand to gain quite a bit of damage off on this build. The main thing that I have to practice in typical fashion is I'm not always the best at remembering to reload when I'm dealing with enemies like this, and that does slow down my DPS a little bit. But another 4 damage on the attack always sounds like a good deal. We're going to take some coin here, and not that we really have a choice in the matter, but you know.
Blasted wretches.
The nice thing about this build right now is, like, very early on, we're just going to be shredding through pretty much everything that spawns in Tartarus very quickly, because they all have low HP and they may spawn in large numbers, but the AoE we get from the Zeus attack is just phenomenal. Excellent, we're getting... Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting to see another Zeus boon this early. I'll gladly take that. Got the enhanced attack there. So probably the boon I want most next will be Jolted, or what is it called? Static Discharge, which gives the status ailment called Jolted. Which again, if you don't remember, is a damage buff to any enemy that tries to attack while the curse is afflicted on them.
Hades.
Let's see. We do not get any of those, so do I reroll again? I mean, Electric Shot could work with our kind of build that we're going down the route of. Let me see. Let me confirm if there's anything I want to get for a specific duo or legendary boon from Zeus. We need High Voltage, Double Strike, or Storm Lightning. So, what is Storm Lightning? Oh, this is the one that makes us bounce more. I like that. Any defense or any duo boons that I want? Ooh, I like this. Cold Fusion. So this is a Demeter and Zeus duo that makes our Jolted effect last for 10 seconds, which sounds terrifyingly powerful. So I do think I will go for at least that. So we'll make sure we get Demeter on this run. Beyond that, I think we're good. So I'm going to reroll and hope... Actually, I guess there's nothing I terribly super want from this build. I don't want the special, I don't want the cast, though. So let's... I'm going to use the reroll. Let's see what we get.
Blessings, maybe.
Oh, perfect. Static Discharge. All right, so we've got Jolted now. Perfect. And a hammer this early. That's pretty nice. Maybe we can get one that if we get Ricochet Fire, that would be pretty good. Ricochet, for context, makes it so your AoE or your bullets bounce. So not only will we have Static Discharge bouncing off of enemies, but we'll also be bouncing our actual bullets as well. Now the question is, does each hit in that instance cause a proc of the attack? All right, let's see. Flurry Fire. Your attack is faster, more accurate, and gains 6 extra shots. There's Ricochet Fire. Your attack bounces to 1 additional foe or a Delta Chamber. Your attack is a 3-round burst, but you have to reload. But you never have to reload. I think that overall slows down our attack speed, but that could work. And we've never gotten it before, so yeah, we'll take Delta Chamber here. At least I don't have to worry about reloading anymore.
Need all the firepower I can get.
I think that just unlocked all the boons that we could stand to gain, or all the hammers we could stand to gain from, what is it called, for Exegriff, which is kind of cool. I do appreciate never having to reload anymore, because it takes the brain process out of this a lot, quite a bit for me. Poseidon is not a bad option here, but he's not necessarily a necessary option here. I'm going to take Chaos Gate, because we might be able to get a very good attack or attack damage up. We don't want dash strike. We don't need special. Oh, come on. That pot did not want to break.
From the rumblings of the earth, I have deduced your father himself stands against you when at last you are about to leave these depths. It must be quite an interaction between you. Have I deduced correctly?
Kind of surprised they didn't already knew this.
That's right, Master Chaos. My father personally takes it upon himself to stop me in the event none of his underlings beat him to it. He can be a handful.
I think I just had a moment of completely incorrect grammar. I think I combined the I didn't know he already knew and I don't think he knew, or I don't know what I tried to say there, but I was wrong.
Consider bringing to one of your future interactions the small round catalyst which I provided you. The one in the shape you call an egg. It shall serve no purpose there at all. And if you succeed, then it shall bring us some amusement, shall it not?
Alright, fair enough. There's no benefit.
Yes? Was I supposed to respond there?
There is no major benefit to us for bringing the egg to Styx because these Chaos Gates can't spawn there. But that's fine. None of these are terribly exciting for me, and sadly I can't reroll. So, I mean, there's a chance we get a really good special boon later down the run, so maybe I take Slippery Flourish, because 64 damage is good. Alternatively, more gems and darkness. I'll take Slippery Flourish, but cannot use my cast for a while. Let's go ahead and take Poseidon here, why not? Maybe take Splash Dash.
Let's go, lads.
I do feel like overall, potentially taking, what was it, Delta Chamber is a little bit of a downgrade in terms of damage potential because we can't rapid fire on these guys the way we could before, so we do lose maybe a little bit of like overall total DPS.
That's what you get. Uncle Poseidon, I have a special catch for you, although it pales next to your sheer awesomeness.
But I guess I could always go for a Daedalus Anvil in Styx and maybe re-roll it potentially.
Now would you look at that? Is that an offering to your most favorite uncle, me? You know what, nephew? I've decided I shall take it. Thanks.
You're very welcome, Uncle.
Nephew, why, the seas up here, they're just about as widely feared as your vast underworld down there. For water can be deadlier than bronze.
I think often water is more deadly than bronze. Alright, these are all reasonable options. I think I will take Tempest Flourish. That's 102% more damage on the special. Knocks things away and probably make it more easy, will make it easier to shoot them if they're not directly on top of where I land. I guess the way to use this effectively is to just make sure that I'm constantly dashing in between my little bursts. I don't have a good excuse to use to get Sea Storm just yet. We are in line for potentially getting the Poseidon Boon, but there's not a lot not a lot to go for it just yet.
The stash.
See, we'll take this.
Yeah, might as well.
Trespasser.
And making sure I position to the right of enemies, or to the left of enemies, because they spawn facing to the right. Makes it so in that very first instance I can get some good back attacks, and I mean, look at how fast we burst them down that way.
Hard to see in all that red.
And a fish for Jeff, please. Can't really see the bobber. This isn't the best position. I can see it well enough. It's mostly an audio cue at this point, though. Alright, so it's gonna go down. There it is.
Bite this.
Cool.
A fine catch.
Alright. Ooh, Sisyphus or Shop. I could buy a boon, and that boon could be another Zeus boon, so it's rather tempting to take the Shop here. Also a chance for Demeter to potentially show up. But Sisyphus, what do I get from Sisyphus? I get gold, I get darkness, or I get HP. I don't need any of those, strictly speaking, on this run, so let's take the Shop here. I would rather see Sisyphus, but there's a little bit of a gimmick to this build right now. I want to keep going. Artemis. Not the worst option. I mean, pressure points will be great, and we're going to be attacking fast, so support fire is kind of cool too. Or I could take the Palm. I could just take the Palm and upgrade our attack further for more damage. Nah.
I can use this.
Oh, well, I guess... I genuinely did try to buy Artemis's boon, but I guess I misclicked. Oh well, we'll take the attack upgrade then. Fair enough. Still no option to fight Charon. We have not had luck finding his little challenge fight to pop in. I'm going to just have to say, like, my capacity to speak English has clearly deteriorated. The coffee that I ate, yes, the coffee that I ate 12 hours ago has worn off. Another shop. Is this the end shop? Wow. This is a short Tartarus. Dang, how many rooms are we in? I know there's a way to check how many rooms you've done in a run. I'm just not sure where. I'm not really that interested in Aphrodite on this run, so I'll just go for the end shop. Not that I can really... Oh, I can't afford. Not interested in Dionysus here. Let's take the Hermes spoon, though.
Pleasure doing business.
I mean, Greatest Reflex sounds amazing with 3 dashes, but Greater Haste potentially sets us up for another Greater Haste Rush Delivery combo, which just sounds better, I think. I don't really need those extra dashes for much in this build because I'm going to be ranging everything anyway. Let's see how quickly we burst down.
Hello, Fury Sisters.
We get a lot of Electo.
Blood. I'm getting awful sick of seeing your smug face time after time after time.
Don't let your sisters have a turn, jeez.
Have you given any thought to just leaving me alone and going back to wherever it is you came from?
You see, that is exactly what I mean. To think that Megara had to put up with you for I don't know how long.
Maybe she's just mad at us because of whatever happened between us and Megara a while back. Can I do it more? Yeah, I think if we get... Honestly, the way this feels, if we get the Jolted passive where it lasts for 10 seconds, the duo between Demeter and Zeus, I feel like that'll be pretty solid. I think what I'll probably aim to do is take Demeter's dash, because I'll pretty... It's
try a different one.
It's very reliable for applying shield stacks. Whereas my alternatives are potentially getting her call, which has a gate to using it. Her cast, which needs a second boon just to cast chill. Yeah, I think in this instance, the best way to go about doing this is to get her dash. I'll be able to stack up chill pretty reliably as long as I'm constantly dashing, which I'm prone to doing anyway, so.
Hot up here. Just a few rides across the Phlegathon and up we go.
Nope, no coin pots that I can see. Another Hermes Bruin already. All right, so this puts us potentially in line for Rush Delivery. We'll very gladly see that. And we do have one reroll to try for it if I want.
Slam dances.
I think at this point, really, the things we want are the boon that makes our lightning bolts bounce to more enemies. And then on top of that, really just Zeus's legendary and we're set. We don't need a whole lot more than that.
Hello, Hermes.
Heard you've been seeing the Fury Megara cuz. Got the impression she was quite a handful, though I guess the same can probably be said of you there, huh? You two have fun.
Thanks, Hermes. Love your blessings. Alright, none of these are exciting to me. In fact, generally, they're really bad for the build I'm aiming for, or not really doing anything to directly benefit, aside from maybe a little bit of increased survivability. We reroll here.
Right now.
Okay, Side Hustle, Greatest Reflex, Hyper Sprint. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Hyper Sprint with the hope that we get one more Hermes boon in Styx to potentially still get that Rush Delivery.
Come and get it. Really?
Pretty easy to position with this, though. We certainly we melt trash mobs very quickly.
Good enough. I'll hang on to these.
All right, coin or another palm. I think I'll take the coin for the chance of being able to afford more Zeus boons in the shop, and again that goal of maybe getting another Hermes boon in Styx. These guys are pretty spread out. Anyway, oh, I was saying, so if you can't tell, my capacity to speak the human language of English, well, case in point, is in a bit of a dire strait right now. My coffee has worn off. I am rather quite tired. I don't usually record at the end of the day, but Kiwi is in the shower. She's planning to do some like solo time reading or crafting, and I am hopelessly addicted to this game. We'll take the shop here. Maybe we can see another Zeus or even Demeter. Like, I'd be happy to see Demeter. She hasn't shown up yet. Dionysus, you're not invited to this party, man. Go home.
Onward.
We're at least halfway through Asphodel now, and we still haven't even been offered the chance to get a Demeter boon, I believe. Okay,
Might do
Than.
something.
Happy to see Than every
In the
time.
name of Hades. What say we go take care of business here just like we used to, Zag?
I very much appreciate that if you get the bond forged with Thanatos, he always has this image instead of his usual kind of staring off to the side image. It gives you like a little bit of
This ends now.
continuity and resolution to their story, I suppose. Like it helps hammer in the idea that we've kind of gotten this far.
Say goodnight.
That guy was so content just jumping away from my potential damage, I swear. Not much I can do about it. Oh, we made more sourdough, by the way, Kiwi. We just ate it. We made sandwiches, and I had a really good salad. It was I got some cold cut turkey, which I haven't had in a long while. Oh, it was a good time. 50 more. That was 50 more HP. Excellent. And then our options are. Oh, there's Demeter. About time she showed up. Yeah, we're looking for her dash here. It would be really annoying if once again a god refused to give me the one boon I was looking for from them, but we'll see where it takes us. But so we did a mixture of whole wheat. It was intended to be an entirely whole wheat sourdough, but unfortunately we ran out of whole wheat, so it was more of like a two-thirds whole wheat to 1/3 regular wheat. We got to actually use the sourdough or the whole wheat sourdough starter that you got. It's really weird to see how like regular flour wheat when you make a sourdough starter is. It's rather anemic in terms of the bubbles it produces, and then you compare it to the rye and the whole wheat sourdough that we've been making, and it's just bubbling like no tomorrow. Those other starters. I guess there's just so much more nutrients for the.
I have a brother, Helios the Sun, a nonsense talker with a flaming chariot. Why, he once told me that my Kore, that she went into that underworld of yours. Preposterous. The clouds now blot him out entirely.
Demeter, you may not be. You may want to listen to your brother. All right. Well, not a surprise. We did not get her call at all. Or sorry, we didn't get her dash at all. But I guess that begs the question. If I'm correct, it doesn't matter as long as we have one of these, right? So okay. So we don't actually need her debuff to be applied for this effect. So as long as we take one of these, so I guess it doesn't work with Crystal Beam, so we'll have to take Demeter's Aid here, but that's fine. I guess we're stacking up a whole lot of HP in a very short order. We've got a reasonable DPS. It does feel like I kind of nerfed myself a little bit in terms of full potential by taking Delta Chamber, but it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, it is crazy how much faster the sourdough starters made from the rye and the whole wheat breads,
Much
or
better.
the rye and the whole wheat flour, just they inflate so much faster. We're gonna take the shop here again with the hopes of getting a Zeus boon, but we'll see who shows up. Artemis. Okay, I guess this is my chance to actually buy her this time.
Cheers, mate.
Pressure points, excellent. Any damage you deal has a chance of being critical by 4%. We'll gladly take that.
On the prowl.
So we've got our 4 gods in the god pool now, so we don't have to worry about anyone else showing up. Dionysus has been very much excluded from the party.
We'll have to catch up some other time, Lerny, as I'm in a bit of a rush.
Like, I appreciate him showing up, it's just we haven't built around him the way we did last time, and honestly, he had his time. He carried the run last time. Let's let the other gods have a brief moment brief moment to show their true potential. Ernie was really thinking about summoning his heads there. Trying to cast some Jolted around the group. Pop the Demeter cap call and try and have that kill the other head. Perfect. Okay. Upgrade my damage with the Eris passive.
Not now.
It's kind of fun how you can dash in and out while still shooting it, while still targeting the correct enemy. I think I'm gonna drop Demeter here so that I can get these guys chunked a little bit. Status privilege will speed up the kill just a tad. And it slows them down so I don't have to worry about getting hit by them as reliably. Or as like, I'm much less likely to be hit. Oh my goodness, I am just feeling at basic human speak today. Yeah, man, the Eris rail is just unbelievably powerful. I will, I know I commented in the last run where I ran it, but man, I feel its strength. It's pretty substantial.
Which to choose?
Okay, so we got our Demeter boon. We're in line for potentially getting the Hades duo. So at this point, I'll just take one of the keepsticks that needs to be leveled up a little bit. Doesn't hurt to take Distant Memory. 20% more damage to distant foes sounds good. Or I just try not to forget I need the Cosmic Egg and sticks. Don't really want any of the God keepsakes. Broken Spear Point isn't... Oh, wow. Broken Spear Point is really close to ranking up, so... I don't think I'll take it here. I don't really need it. We'll take Distant Memory, because I don't really often have excuses to use it. This is a good time to use it. Not interested in any of these, and anything to sell? Not really. Okay. On to the next floor.
Onward, then.
We're still making pretty good time, although I don't necessarily... This doesn't feel like the sort of run that's going to go so fast that I'll beat my previous record again. It has the potential to, though. It's not completely written off as a possibility. It's just not nearly as likely.
I'm going to get through all this.
Let's see. No second hammer. I think I have enough HP. Let's take the coin here so I can, again, potentially buy something fancy in the shop. Worst case scenario, I get more stuff. I get more meta progression items from sticks. Even better case scenario is maybe I get something fun. Like a really good boon that makes the run. Or at least the duo that we're aiming for. These guys are too spread out for my attacks to hit multiples. Or for my chain lightning to bounce into them. Wow, this has a lot of mobs to spawn. Take our coin, and we've got... Oh, perfect, another Zeus. Excellent. So this is our... We're looking for either the chain lightning ability or whatever it is that makes our lightning bounce more, or his legendary. The lightning ability won't really do much special for us, but it will get us, like... I think it will clear the prophecy, the minor prophecy list. Ideally, I get the Demeter boon, because that just sounds like fun. It's not strictly necessary either. These are bad chambers for if you're trying to run quickly. They're just so spread out. Those crits matter, though, I have to say. They add up very quickly.
Hear me on my authority.
Let's see. Storm Lightning. There we go. Perfect. Your chain lightning effects bounce more times before expiring. Actually, now that I think about it, we needed this to unlock his legendary, I believe. So we're in good shape. Patroclus would be very good damage for the attack. Alternatively, we roll for a Zeus boon again. It's a 1 in 4 chance that Zeus shows up in the shop. I kind of want to take the risk, though. Like, Patroclus is objectively the better choice here, because it's not high chance that I'm going to find. Yeah, it wasn't that likely that we were going to see that. Is there anything I want to take from Poseidon, or do I save my coin? I think I save my coin, or try and roll the palm into the attack. Let's do that.
Tart and tasty.
Nope, didn't get it. Oh well. Ooh, a trial. I didn't even notice the hammer, but the trial is better because we get a Zeus boon, potentially.
No use.
I think we established that you can get legendary. Yep, we just established it again. Okay, Zeus legendary. That ups our damage pretty substantially.
Oh, I'm absolutely flabbergasted, nephew. I offer you the finest blessings of the earth and sea, and they're not good enough.
This is correct. They are not good enough. But if you're going to offer something, I'll take Razor Shoals, please. Ugh. The shielders are a pain for any build where I'm trying to use these weapons. Also, I have to remember that I'm kind of using a build where I benefit from shooting things from a range, or rather, I'm using the keepsake where that is the case. So I should remember to do that. Thankfully, between Jolted and we have like all of our core damage at this point. The shielders are still just a pain because of their nature. By their very nature, they are just not well equipped for me to deal with them. Or they are well equipped for me to not deal well.
To you, little Hades, I did not expect that you would weather such a storm. I'm mightily impressed.
Maybe this is enough of a cue for you to give us Sea Storm. Oh wait, you can't give us duos, so never mind. Razor Shoals is good though. Or I could just get more God Gauge more quickly. I think, I'll take Razor Shoals. Gives us status privilege. Makes it so we can use status privilege, I suppose. All right. Oh, excellent. Another Zeus boon, gladly. Although I don't think I really have much more to gain from Zeus at this point.
Soul-sucking butterflies.
Oh, we melted that butterfly ball's HP. What are they called? Giant soul catchers?
Butterflies better stay away from me.
Yeah, they better. I like Clouded Judgment here. Yeah, I think we'll take Clouded Judgment. So your God Gauge charges up faster when you deal or take damage by 12%. Demeter. What? I guess I could still take her dash. Or this does give us a chance of getting her duo, so I guess I will go Demeter here instead of Coin. I know they're called Obols, I just call them Coin for short. I don't think that actually makes it any shorter. It's 4 letters versus 5, and still a syllable. If I just call it Obol, I guess Obols is still 1 syllable, so there's no inherent speed to calling it a slightly shorter name. I don't know. I just like using the phrase "I'm spending coin" or something of that nature. There's something vaguely medieval about it. I don't know how to explain it. It just it's about the aestheticism. It's about the experience of feeling medieval. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Kiwi, you probably don't understand. Just let me live out my romance. No duo? Okay, no duo. Then Ravenous Will is, wow, 30% more damage if we have that. I mean, we have to take that, right? Like, I was going to take Mistral Dash, but Ravenous Will, if you have no Bloodstones, take 10% damage and deal more. But it's epic tier, so that's actually 30% bonus damage. That's pretty amazing. Nothing here I want to sell, no. So let's see, a pomegranate or an HP. We don't need more HP. We're fine. We're not gonna die on this run. I think that's pretty abundantly clear.
Catch my breath.
But more damage on Jolted sounds fantastic. I didn't know you could level up Storm Lightning. Okay, that's good to know, but it doesn't really benefit us. A 50% increased damage on Jolted though, pretty great. We'll take the key here for potential rerolls. Ugh, the Shielder room, very unideal for me. But at least we do so much damage that if I do get behind them enough to kill them, they're just gonna get absolutely melted very quickly. Like we need to just keep Theseus and Asterius as close together at all times, and they're just gonna get their HP melted every time. It's gonna be pretty funny to watch. I'm also trying to use Demeter's cast to take care of these shielders, but it's tricky. They just don't position in a way that's great for me. All right, anything in this shop here? Nope, nothing interesting. And we're getting the end shop with no other choices. Do we see another Zeus boon? Do I even need another Zeus boon? No, but Demeter is always welcome.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Now the question is, do I reroll here? I don't think I do. I'll take Mistral Dash here because again, it gives us a very reliable way of getting status privilege. And then hopefully we see one more Demeter and get her duo in the next floor. Now where is that fish? There it is. Oh, wow. Wasn't expecting it to be the first bite, but okay. Wish me luck, Kiwi. We're actually on pretty darn good pace.
We've nothing left to say to one another, Hellspawn, other than to battle.
We battle indeed. All right, so we're gonna drop all these and just try and melt them with electricity. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually chase after Theseus because Asterius will follow after us, or not. There we go, perfect. Wow, I charged up the Greater Call so quickly. We are absolutely melting them. Theseus already have. I think we phased Theseus, but like, geez, we melted them. That 30% damage increase is pretty insane. I would love to be able to hit Asterius instead of running into him like that. Oh no, he's gonna charge. Okay, good. We dodged it. Just melt him, melt him, melt him, melt him, melt him, melt him. Go good. I think he was running in place there. I'm not sure what was happening. It looked really weird, but I only got a quick glimpse of it. I'm gonna have to rewind that and look at that in post.
We got them, my good shade.
We did get them, my good shade. We took a lot of damage there, but we did absolutely melt those guys. Before I go purchasing things, let's see if there's anything in the shop here. Nah, none of this really entices me, and nothing here I want to sell. So let's go ahead and take the Chaos Egg. Or, sorry, the Cosmic Egg. This should actually rank it up to max level, and it'll get that little Fated Prophecy taken care of. Alright, we've got about 3, maybe 3.5 minutes in sticks to potentially get a new record here. I'm not counting on it happening, but it would be cool if we got 2 new records in short span, amusingly with the same weapon. Alright. So, nothing too fancy here. Where's the fish? It's over there. I can see it. Alright. There's another Zeus over there, so we probably start with that. Although, again, I don't know if there's really that much I can gain from Zeus at this point. I guess maybe quick reflexes or lightning reflexes would be decent, since we have a dash boon now. There's another hammer. Let's go for the hammer first. I think the hammer's the objectively best choice here, and then we'll go for Zeus afterwards, because it could potentially give us more damage. Come on. Just trying to break that gold pot. It was kind of not wanting to break.
It's no use.
I'm trying to dash into enemies just so that I can get the, what's it called? The, oh goodness, dash into the poison more likely. Because of that Zeus boon we got, we fill our God gauge extremely fast. It's kind of crazy.
Hello. Not yet.
Alright, do we see a 1-chamber 6? Do we get really lucky? We do not. That's fine though. It's not a surprise. It's just kind of, could have been better. Could have been really lucky. You never know. I'm trying to keep my cast in play as much as possible so that I get the Ravenous Will buff. I guess I shouldn't complain. I have static discharge doing quite a bit too, so. Oh my goodness, this is a large number of enemies here. Yeah. Too much poison on the floor. Oh dear. Oh, I got hit by poison again? Jeez. Bad chamber for me. Very bad chamber, honestly. We're managing though. Let's see. Entirely special based. Okay, these are all, some of these are really good though. Cluster Bomb, your specialist fires a spread of 5 bombs, but each deals 30% less damage. You can use your special 3 times in rapid succession, or Rocket Bomb. I think we take Rocket Bomb here, because there's a nifty little trick I'll show in a little bit. If I fire it into a corner, it's really easy to make sure I get its effect going. Alright, we'll take Zeus next. If we don't get anything with Zeus... Yeah, see that? It's like, as long as I'm kind of facing into it, I can pretty reliably get the buff. I think I will buy the HP here. I'm a little at risk of losing a Death Defiance. Or I save the coin for the sake of potentially getting that Titan Blood. I think I probably do that, yeah. I'm not upset if I lose it. But, I'm doing it. I don't think I'm going to be able to save up enough coin to be able to afford the Titan Blood anyway, so it's probably better to just play it safe here. This is a really satisfying build for when you're fighting a ton of low HP enemies all at once. I think I'm not going to really play around Ravenous Will unless I'm fighting a boss. It just seems kind of hard to pull it off reliably. I don't think there's anything I want to sell, so I'm not even going to bother with the Pool of Purging. Alright, sadly, once again...
gigantic satyrs.
Once again, I do not get a quick sticks. It's fine. Okay. Alright, Zeus, what's your final burden? Or final boon? Ooh, geez. Billowing Strength. Okay, I'll take that very gladly. After using a call, you deal more damage for 15 seconds. I think there's very few other options that could benefit us more than that.
Thunder time.
Alright. So, I guess coin, HP, or palm. We'll take the coin, because it'll let us afford some fun things in the shop. Again, I have no expectations that I'll be able to afford that Titan Blood, but on the off chance we can, I'm happy to receive. Yeah, I think it's genuinely faster to just hold down my attack button than try to commit to getting Ravenous Will before I start DPSing the trash mobs here. Unless they're mini bosses, in which case I could make an argument for it. But again, you know what? We never got the duo with Demeter and Zeus, unfortunately. Maybe I should have re-rolled when I had the chance, and that when I got offered Mistral Dash. Oh well. Hindsight is always 20/20. Let me just cure my poison, please. Okay, Cosmic Egg leveled up. Excellent.
Heading back.
Well, I think there's pretty much a 0% chance that we get a new record here, so at least I can take it easy. We'll go for the palm and get the level up here. Looks like we just got kind of unlucky in sticks. But once again, I think it very clearly has demonstrated how powerful the Hestia rail can be. Or what am I saying? Not Hestia, the Eris rail. I very much understand why people use this very reliably to get to the higher heats, and it's one of the best recommended weapons for 32 heat in particular.
Good.
None of these are terribly exciting. I guess I'll just take the extra damage on Demeter's Aid because it's a reasonable amount of damage.
Fit for a huge three-headed hound.
Well, there's no affording the Titan Blood this time, so let's go ahead and take this Hermes boon.
Should come in useful.
Attack is fast. Oh, there it is. Rush delivery. Excellent. At least Hermes got our back. We'll take the other Poseidon boon too, I guess. Oh, perfect. Boons with knockaway effects deal 30% more damage to bosses. That sounds good to me. All right, let's go see Dad and finish this run.
The fearsome Cerberus accepts the satyr sack.
I guess I could have
Thank you, boy.
done the last chamber and hunted for a pool of purging to potentially get the gold coin that I wanted, but I don't think it's a reliable enough option, and it may force us to purge a boon that I don't want to part with, because our build is pretty strong, and most of the boons we have we want.
You ready for another go?
And losing them would be a detriment.
Who shall be first to return home this time, do you suppose?
Oh, it'll be you in very quick order. So we're going to toss all three of our casts. We're going to dash into him, toss our special, and then start DPSing him like no tomorrow. Alright, say goodbye to your HP, Hades. Oh my goodness, we already like got him to spawn his little minions. We might end up killing his minions before I even get a chance to damage him further. I'm just popping my cast as soon as it's up because I can pretty reliably...
Who knows? Mother's full of surprises. Likewise to you.
I couldn't actually hear what Hades said there. And that wasn't just because I was talking over him there. I'm gonna pop these cast gems and just leave him over there. But like, just look how fast we are melting him.
There.
Here, we'll throw all these over here so they're not in the way. Pop that.
Enough of this.
Like, look at his HP just disappear. What a crazy build. What a crazy weapon. And he's constantly slowed by Demeter's Aid. That was a really fast Hades. Wow, we were strong.
Blast you, boy. We should have never sprung from chaos. None of this.
I don't think you should say that while we're holding something that lets Chaos probably hear what you just said.
You win, boy.
Oh, Chaos, you do not need to laugh at our father's death, but he's such a... Chaos is silly, what can I say? Alright, so... Aspect of Eris. I don't think the call was decent. I guess let's get rid of Rocket Bomb. I don't think that carried the run here, but certainly the attack did. I think Lightning Strike, Splitting Bolt, Demeter's Aid, Delta Chamber. It doesn't really matter. It's all kind of all the same. Oh, I should have had Rush Delivery there. No matter. Any fish? Nope. Alright, well, a relatively fast run again.
One might suppose the prince's tale most likely ends akin to other tales of the heroes of our time. Like so.
Well, for anyone tuning in on this one, thanks for bearing with my inability to speak coherent sentences. I'm definitely feeling the fatigue of the day behind me. Under my eyes, in the back of my brain.
Well, that was interesting.
But all in all, a good run, yeah?
There's no escape, in case you hadn't heard.
Thanks, Hypnos. I hadn't.
I saw you voided the old pact between Orpheus and your father. So now he gets to see his wife from time to time?
That he does.
He does, and I did that. I think we can stand to see a little less of him if it means he can be happier for the remainder of eternity.
you really need to learn to stop meddling in others' affairs. Did either of them even ask your help? I can't imagine Orpheus did, and I'm guessing his wife's feelings were complicated too, from what I know of the circumstances of their final meeting.
What? Orpheus is my mate, then? And I came to know his muse, Eurydice, as well. They still had feelings for each other, but with no way to communicate.
So you decided to step in. I think my instincts on the subject are just not the same as yours. I know your intentions were in the right place, but you know what? Forget it.
It's a little complicated. I think this sort of dialogue may be the sort of thing that we would have gotten before we had progressed Dan's story further. So
fight as though you've but one life to live.
So maybe like if they have another round of dialogue on this topic after, in the context of knowing that Zagreus and
Let me know if there's something that I can do for you.
and Thanatos have that relationship. So something I'm realizing that I didn't notice before is
Cerberus makes no attempt to move.
just like our cat Chroma. But I think I realized, like, if they don't have a little exclamation point over their head, we've likely seen all the new dialogue with them, and it's just going to be like the one-off lines that aren't super important.
You're interrupting me during my time at work.
Yeah, so it seems to be the case now.
Right.
May my performances spread wide your fame, my friend.
Orpheus is pretty up here.
Orpheus, our featured house servant.
He's been featured the last 3 runs, I think, so good for him. Orpheus is carrying the house right now.
Not now, Zag. Private meeting.
Don't work yourself too hard, okay, Highness?
Those spices working out all right.
Let's see what we got from the chef. Charp, Scuffer, Knucklehead, Nectar, Gems, and Gems.
Use
Okay,
them wisely, my friend.
cool. Why don't we buy a couple things from the house contractor while we're here?
Nix's work order.
Oh, there it is. 3142. That has to be a reference to something, but I'm too dumb to know what it is. But okay. I guess I'm gonna have to buy that, but I barely have enough darkness to afford it. I guess we'll have to keep farming for it, though. Let's see, what else? What else can we afford? Let us buy the Throne of the Hellhound. Alters the Great Throne with a hound motif.
I think we'll go with this. You look a bit uncomfortable, Father. Here, why don't you have a seat?
What? What happened to my... another of your foolish pranks.
I don't know, that chair is extra fancy in my book. I have 40 diamonds. I should spend them on unlocking some music, shouldn't I? Well, I guess let's start with the most expensive songs. The Unseen Ones. Banned for containing too many music notes per second.
How about this contract?
Oh, this must be the theme that plays when you fight Phase 3 of Hades in Extreme Measures 4. I bet that's what it is. And we'll unlock one more. On the Coast, Exotic Peace uses instruments from the surface world.
Contractor, work approved.
My music stand.
Alright, let's go ahead and listen to a new song. Let's see. The Unseen Ones. Yep, I was right.
Let's begin, my friend.
I like to imagine that Orpheus is just like gently stroking his lyre, and it's playing this.
Nix isn't around.
Well, I guess this is another quick episode. We had a lot to accomplish, and we accomplished it all. Amusing chaos. The son of the god of the dead shall someday overcome his own father while in the possession of a gift from our primordial originator, Chaos. Reward 3 diamonds. Vanquish Lord Hades bearing the cosmic egg.
Always happy to oblige Master Chaos.
The Adamant Rail. The son of the god of the dead shall someday acquire each of the Daedalus enchantments for the Exegriff. Reward 200 gems.
Exegriff, you and I have been through a lot.
That we have, and we're going to continue because I think between, like, my top 4 weapons are going to be Rama, Hera, Hestia, and Eris. I think those are the weapons that I'm most consistent and most comfortable with at this point. And honestly, I would say even, like, I had talked up a big game for Hera, but I think I was talking it all up for Rama. But all of the bow overall feels very solid for me. Regardless, though, it looks like we're going to be running the spear next time. So why don't we go ahead and put a level into... I want to go with more of the Achilles spear, I think. Or I could do another Guan Yu run. I don't want to do another Guan Yu run. Let's do it. All right, we level up Guan Yu once, and we'll take another risky run on the Guan Yu train. As far as keepsake we'll take, I think. Do I want to risk it all and take Pierce Butterfly? Gain 2% damage every time you clear an encounter without taking damage? We aren't running Guan Yu. We don't want to take damage. I think we do this. Let's see what happens. All right, so we're going to take the Guan Yu. We're going to take the Aspect of Guan Yu, run it with the Pierce Butterfly keepsake from Thanatos, and we'll see what happens. Kiwi, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you. And I will see you in the next one for another challenge-esque run, I guess.